What's up, guys? All right, so this is part 2 of the video, and there's probably going to be a part 3 because we're going to do like an hour at a time to kind of separate it up here and there. So here we go. Let's see if we get to see what's going on with this Uber driver. There we go.
Officer Shabazz, I believe that was it. Did you have any other matters, Officer Shabazz?
I have Kelly, last name Kelly.
Kelly. That was Kelly. One moment. That's fine. Thank you. Martinique Kelly.
Yes.
All right, thank you. If you've been following along, Miss Kelly.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Kelly has 2 matters, Officer Shabazz. So we got the speeding, and then we got no proof of insurance. What are we going with the no proof of insurance?
She has no problem. She has insurance. We can dismiss that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. Kelly, your speeding ticket, if you plead to it, 16 to 20 miles over, I'll reduce it to impeding traffic, 0 points, by cost $175. Did you have proof of your insurance?
Yes.
Go ahead and hold it up for the camera.
Hold on a second.
All right. Thank you. You can put it down. Satisfied, Officer Shabazz?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I too am satisfied. Raise your right hand, Ms. Kelly. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And you put your hand down. This big number SP 141.
Does she have tattoos on her forehead?
Not even gonna try.
Or is that her hair?
Middle name, Periona? I did try. Periona Kelly. I apologize if I missed. Miss
You're
Kelly,
fine.
thank you. January 1st, 2023, at approximately 3:07 p.m., we're driving in the city of Detroit.
Yes.
Driving over the posted speed limit speeding.
Yes.
Given a ticket by the city of Detroit police officer for speeding.
Yes.
I find that your testimony is really voluntary again based on the recommendation. I'm going to reduce the speeding ticket down to impeding traffic, 0 points, $175 fines and cost, 30 days to pay. Count 2, no proof of insurance is being dismissed. Did you have to post a bond to get this court date?
No.
You're all set. Make sure you pay within 30 days.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other matters?
Yeah, that'll be all, Your Honor. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. You do the same.
Donnie's drinking all the water.
Okay.
Yes.
Señorita Villarreal. Hola.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Buenos dias. Okay, we have
Buenos-
Bartolo.
buenos- yeah.
Yes. Bartolo,
Correct.
I'm mute.
Señor Bartelo,
I think she's here for the Uber driver, so we get to see what's up with the Uber driver now. Why he says my client.
yes, Luz, está silenciado, prenda el micrófono.
Okay.
Okay.
Madam Interpreter,
Yes.
you go to translate from English to Spanish to English to the best of your ability.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Go ahead and state your name for the record.
Evelyn Villarreal, certified court interpreter.
This Villarreal, there's one offer for Mr. Helen. He was given a ticket for failing to use his seatbelt and no proof of insurance. And you asked Mr. Tellis Luz if he has proof of this insurance today?
Señor Tellez Luz, ¿tiene usted comprobante de que tiene seguro de vehículo ya?
Sí.
Yes.
And you have to provide it, hold it up, put it to the camera.
Por favor, muestre el comprobante para que se pueda ver por la cámara.
Sí, aquí lo tiene, mire.
Yes, it's here.
need to hold it up to the camera so we can see it.
Necesita levantarlo más para que la cámara pueda captarlo. No lo vemos. Levántelo.
Okay. Tell them to hold it steady right there. Uno momento.
Manténgalo ahí mismo, no se mueva.
You can remove it.
Ya puede bajarlo.
Ok.
Officer Harris, satisfied with the insurance? On the first charge, which is the seatbelt, he was asking Mr. Teller Lewis that he would need to plead responsible. That comes with it, fines and costs, $65. 0 points on your driving record, but you will need to plead to not having on the seatbelt.
I'm sorry, interpreter's having difficulty hearing.
Mr. Teller Lewis would have to plead responsible to count 1 failing to use
Mhm,
it comes with it 0 points, but fines and costs $65.
65.
Yes, ask him if he wants to, as charged to not having on the seatbelt.
Mhm. And the other charge would be dismissed.
That is correct. No proof of insurance is going to be dismissed. He provided proof.
Señor Telles, Luz,
Sí.
tienen una oferta para usted para resolver el caso. Si usted se declararía responsable al primer cargo de que usted no había usado su cinturón, entonces eso es un cargo que lleva 0 puntos en su licencia. Tan solo le cobran costos y multas total de 65, y el otro cargo de no tener comprobante de seguro de vehículo queda desestimado. ¿Quisiera usted aceptar esa oferta?
Sí, está bien.
Yes, that's
65
fine
dólares.
then.
Ya, está bien.
65, you say?
Yes.
Sí.
Ok.
Okay.
Mr. Teller Luis, raise your right hand.
Señor Telles, Luis, le levante la mano derecha.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
¿Jura usted decir la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Sí.
You can place
Yes.
your hand down.
Ya puede bajar la mano.
This is ticket number SP 1417900.
Llamamos el caso SP 1417900.
People of the state of Michigan versus Bartolo Teles Luz.
Este es el caso del estado de Michigan versus Bartolo Telles Luz.
Mr.
Ok.
Teles,
Ok.
on December 26, 2022, at approximately 11:58 a.m., were you riding in the city of Detroit without a seatbelt?
Señor, es cierto que el 26 de diciembre del año 2022, aproximadamente a las 11:58 en la mañana, estaba usted manejando en la ciudad de Detroit sin tener puesto su cinturón.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
I find that your testimony is freely and voluntarily given.
Encuentro que su testimonio usted lo ha brindado libremente, voluntariamente.
Based upon the recommendation, I'm going to accept your plea.
Basado en la recomendación, voy a aceptar su declaración.
Fines and costs are $65.
Costos y multas llegan a un total de $65.
30 days to pay $65.
Le voy a dar a usted 30 días para poder alcanzar a pagar los $65.
Ok.
Ok.
Mr. Cruz, have to post a bond or put up any money to get this court date.
Señor Teles Cruz, ¿usted pagó una fianza? ¿Pagó dinero para poder obtener esta fecha?
No.
No.
Then, sir, you are all set. Thank you. Have a good day. Make sure you pay within 30 days.
Entonces, señor, usted está listo, ya se puede ir, pero esté seguro que usted pague dentro de 30 días y que tenga buen día.
Sí. Ok, igualmente.
Yes.
Tenga buen día.
Yes, I wish you the same. I wish you a good day.
Thank you.
Gracias. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Ruth.
Adios. You're very welcome. Adios.
Well, we didn't hear why you had an Uber driver there, but oh well.
Terrence Hence, you're just joining the courtroom. Terrence Hence, you're joining the courtroom. I haven't checked in, Mr. Hence. You can put your device on mute. You're checked in. Just go ahead and mute your device. Okay, I'm looking for Lindsay Cherry Marble. Lindsay Marble. Lindsay Marble.
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Marble. You were given a ticket for failing to yield to a stationary emergency vehicle. Your officer is recommending impeding traffic. If you've been following along, 0 points, fines and costs $175, 30 days to pay. We're going to accept that recommendation today.
Yes, that's fine.
Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Go ahead and put your hand down. This is ticket number SP 1415026. People of the state of Michigan versus Lindsay Cherry Marble. Ms. Marble, on December 16, 2022, at approximately 1:49 p.m., we're driving in the city of Detroit.
Did you?
I asked, were you driving in the city of Detroit on that?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yes.
And did you fail to yield to a emergency vehicle?
No, that's actually not
Okay.
what.
Ms. Marble, stop. So that means if it's a no, you want to have a hearing.
No, I don't. Yes, I failed to yield.
No. We don't play games here. You either plead to the charge because you're guilty or responsible, or you have a hearing and then I determine if you were responsible or not. What do you want to do, Mrs. Marble?
I don't want to have a hearing.
Okay. So you are responsible for not yielding to an emergency vehicle?
Yes.
All right. Let's start this again. On December 16, 2022, at approximately 1:49 p.m., were you driving in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And did you fail to yield to an emergency vehicle?
Yes.
And you were given a ticket by a city of Detroit police officer?
Yes.
I find that your testimony is freely and voluntarily given. Based upon the recommendation, I'm going to reduce the ticket to impeding traffic. 0 points to your driving record. Fines and costs are $175. You will have 30 days to pay. Did you have to post a bond to get this court date?
No.
Then you are all set. Make sure you pay within 30 days.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Officer Randolph, do you have any other matters before this court?
No, Your Honor. That's it for me.
You're all set, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, you do too.
Thank you. I'm looking for Brenda Marie Walker.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, thank you. One moment.
She looks mad. Like pissed
Ms.
off.
Walker, you were given a ticket for speeding 21 to 25 miles over. no registration, and no proof of insurance. Do you have valid registration and insurance today?
I emailed it to the given email.
All right, give me one moment. Madam Clerk is going to verify that information. Now, that's that part. The speeding ticket, which was 125 miles over, your officer is recommending to reduce that ticket to limited access 1 to 5 miles over. 0 points, fines and costs $125. You want to accept that today?
I want to accept.
Raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Go ahead, put your hand down. This is ticket number SP 1400556, People State of Michigan versus Brenda Marie Walker. Ms. Walker, on December 31st, 2022, at approximately 10:58 a.m., were you driving in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Driving over the posted speed limit, speeding?
Yes.
Stopped by a city of Detroit police officer and given a ticket for speeding?
Yes.
I find that your testimony is freely and voluntarily given. Based upon the recommendation, I'm going to reduce this ticket down to limited access, 1 to 5 miles over, 0 points, fine and cost $125. You will have 30 days to pay. Madam Clerk has given me the thumbs up sign, meaning that your registration and insurance was verified. Based upon that information, both counts 2 and 3 are dismissed. Did you have to post a get this court date?
No.
Then you're all set. Make sure you pay in 30 days.
I had a question. How much was the ticket? Did you say 180?
I said $125.
Okay. And then we can pay online.
You can pay online at 36districtcourt.org or on the first floor of the courthouse.
This guy likes his job,
Okay.
doesn't he?
Thank you. Have a good day.
You have a good day as well. Officer Brown, do you have any other matters before this court?
Guess not.
If not, you are free to leave.
Is that a doll behind Yakisha Thornton? What is that?
All right. Walter Edward Stemberger. Walter Stemberger, going once. Mr. Stemberger. Walter Edward Stemberger. Going twice. Walter Edward Stemberger. Walter Edward Stemberger. And Korea's iPhone. I have 2 people joining the court. I want to verify who they are before we move on. Korea's iPhone. Next to audio. Okay, do I have a Walter Stemberger going once? Okay, let me see if this phone number is Walter Stemberger. I have a phone number just joining the court, 0765 is the ending number, area code 313. State your name, please.
Miracle Journey.
Yes.
One more.
Miracle Journey.
Miracle Journey?
Yes.
Okay, 1 second. All right, Miracle Journey is on the Samsung device or 0765?
Samsung.
All right, thank you. Let me change your name. Miracle Journey? I thought that's who you had. All right, Ms. Journey, I have you checked in. Just be patient. Keep your device on mute. Okay, the phone number. The person that just joined the court, 0765. State your name.
What's your name?
Miracle Journey, I have you. That you're on 2 different devices?
No.
Okay, thank you. Just mute your device. I'm trying to identify the person on 0765 ending. Area code 313, state your name. For once.
Korea's
Korea's iPhone, state your full name.
Korea Richardson.
Korea Richardson. Okay, Korea Richardson, I have you checked in. Just put your device on mute and go to audio. Go to video.
Okay.
Richardson. Thank you. Make sure all bonnets, headgear, and their head wraps are. All right. I think I got all new people. 0765, I'm still trying to identify you. 0765. Area code 313. State
Just
your
kick
name.
them out.
I'm place you back in the waiting room. For once. All right, back in the waiting room. All right. Next person. Terrence Hintz. Terrence Hintz.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Hintz. Okay. You were given a ticket for speeding 31 miles over, no registration, and expired plates. If you have registration and proof of registration and proof that your plates are valid now, then there's a dismissal of all three. Is that correct, Officer Robinson?
Yes, sir. There was also a second citation, I believe, for no insurance.
Let me see. Let me go to. Oh, no proof of insurance. So I need registration, valid plates, and insurance. Dismiss, all dismissed with proof. That's those three. And then let me just verify, Officer Robinson, with the count one speeding, what are we doing with that?
That will be an S charge, sir.
As charged?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Hintz, count one, speeding 31 miles over, plea, a responsible plea as charged. If you have proof of the other three, registration, valid plates, and insurance, those will be dismissed. Provide your proof, sir.
Hold on.
Just hold it up to the camera.
The proof of insurance is on my phone. Like can I share the screen with you?
All right, give me one second. This is your registration and your
Yeah.
tab.
Yeah.
All right, hold it steady for me.
You said do what?
Hold it steady. Hold it steady for me. All right, thank you. You can put it down. That's the registration. That's the tab. Now, Officer Robinson, can you verify the insurance if it's valid now?
Yes, sir. If you give me a second, I can look it up.
Sure will. All right, thank you. Misha Lada, I have you checked in. Lada, I have you checked in. Just mute your device. I have you checked in, Ms. Lada. Just mute your device.
I don't see a mute.
Okay, you gotta tap your screen. I'll mute you then.
Yes, sir. The insurance is valid.
Okay, insurance is valid. All right, so, Mr. Hintz, based upon the recommendation, those three matters will be dismissed. That leaves us with the speeding ticket, 31 miles over the posted speed limit. There's no reduction on that one. You want to plead as charged or have a hearing?
Yeah. Please.
Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Go ahead, put your hand down. Ticket number SP 1418505 to the state of Michigan versus Terrence Duquan Hintz. Mr. Hintz, on December 8th, I'm sorry, strike that, December 28th, 2022 at approximately 1:02 p.m. Were you driving the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Driving over the posted speed limit speeding.
Yes.
Given a ticket by a city of Detroit police officer for speeding?
Yeah.
Find that your testimony is freely and voluntarily given based upon the recommendation. I'm going to accept your plea of responsible. That comes with the fines and costs, $195. 30 days to pay, sir. 30 days to pay.
All right.
Supposed to get this court date?
No.
All right, then, just make sure you pay within 30 days. If you have any difficulty, pay something and then get into a payment plan. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
You're all set. Have a good day.
All right.
Officer Robinson, I believe there's another one you have. Let's see.
I had Nelson.
Nelson. Okay, Octavius Nelson. Octavius Nelson, are you in the courtroom? Let me check the waiting room before I dismiss.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, excellent. Give me one moment, Mr. Nelson.
It's too quiet in here.
Octavius Romaine Nelson. Mr. Nelson, you were given a ticket for speeding 16 to 20 miles over your officer. Officer Robinson is recommending a reduction of this ticket to limited access from 1 to 5 over 0 points. Fine will cost 1.5. Do you want to accept that today, sir?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, put your hand down. This is ticket number SP 1416659. People said Michigan versus Octavius Romaine Nelson. Mr. Nelson, on December 19, 2022, at approximately 2:13 p.m., were you driving in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Driving over the posted speed limit speeding?
Yes.
Given a ticket by a city of Detroit police officer for speeding?
Yes.
Find that your testimony is freely and voluntarily given based upon the recommendation. I'm going to reduce the ticket from speeding 16, 20 miles over to limited access 1 to 5 over. Comes with the fines and costs $125, 30 days to pay. Did you post a bond to get this court date?
No.
You're all set, sir. Have a good day.
Okay, how much did you say the ticket was? I didn't hear it.
$125.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Officer Robinson, any other matters before this court?
Yes, sir. You and your staff have a good day.
Thank you. You do the same.
Thank you.
Okay, looking for Andre Richard Warren. Andre Richard Warren. Andre Warren, are you in the courtroom? I see you there. You gotta unmute, sir. Unmute your devices. Your time now. Andre Warren.
Hey, I am here.
All right, thank you. It's still morning. Good morning. All right, you're given a
Morning.
ticket for failing to yield to a stationary emergency vehicle. Your officer, Officer Harrington, is recommending speeding traffic. 0 points, sir. Fines that cost $175, 30 days to pay. Do you want to accept that recommendation today?
No.
All right, so you want to have a hearing. All right, so basically you were following along with the hearing. The officer is going to go first to testify. They're going to have to prove that you failed to yield to that stationary vehicle. If they're successful, or if Officer Harrington is successful, then I will find you responsible for this civil infraction. With it comes points and obviously fines and costs. Now, if he is unsuccessful, and I find in your favor, then the matter will be dismissed. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, I do.
Now, after the hearing, you cannot, if you do not like the outcome, want to change and go back to the impeding traffic recommendation. It's only offered right now before we get started with this hearing. Do you understand, Mr. Warren?
Yes.
I'm not sure if you heard my directions with the other hearings, but of course, the officer will go first because it's his case to prove against you. After that, then you will be allowed to testify. You do not get to question the officer. Officer does not get to question you. I'm the only one who gets to ask any questions. Do you understand, Mr. Warren?
Understood.
Did you vote to raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, put your hand down. All right, Mr. Warren, state your name for the record.
Andre Richard Warren.
Thank you. And Officer Harrington, your appearance.
Officer Michael Harrington, Detroit Police Department, -3103.
Thank you. All right, this is your case to prove, Officer Harrington. Go ahead and testify.
All right, so on December 16th, 2022, approximately 3:41, I was sitting stationary on Southbound Lodge at Porter Street. It was another officer in front of me that was on a traffic stop. And my whole purpose of sitting there was to pull vehicles over that didn't yield or didn't move over a lane for the officer that was on the stop. I observed Mr. Warren in a 2021 blue Chevy, just ride. He had his blinker on, but he never got over. So he just rolled the lane all the way past the officer on the traffic stop.
Thank you. Was there any other vehicle between you and your sight line of Mr. Warren's vehicle?
No, sir.
How did you identify Mr. Warren as the driver of the vehicle?
When I pulled him over by his Michigan license.
All right, thank you. No problem. I don't have any questions at this time. Mr. Warren, testimony. You choose to testify.
Yes. So, like the officer said, I was going down the lodge, and right at, I want to say Howard Street, it's where the Greyhound bus station is at, that exit. It's right in that area. There is a 90-degree turn to go towards Jefferson. And so I was in the far left-hand lane, and I can see the cop car pulled over another car on the right-hand side. But the officer that actually gave me the ticket was on the left-hand side, and his bumper was actually up against the concrete retaining wall. So therefore, I could not see on the left-hand side because of that 90-degree radius bend going towards Jefferson. So I stayed in the left-hand lane because I knew that there was a cop car that was on the right shoulder. So at this point in time, it was 3 lanes. So I stayed in the left-hand lane. And as soon as I seen the officer that actually wrote me a ticket, when his bumper was bagged all the way up to the retaining wall, I put my blinker on to try to get in the center lane. And as soon as I did that, that's when I seen that he activated his lights. He got behind me. When he walked up to the window, I told him, I said, I couldn't see you because you was so close to that retaining wall where the 90-degree bend is at. Even though I was on the left-hand side closer towards him and furthest from the right-hand cop car that was pulled over, I can see the cop car first on the right-hand side, but I could not see him. As soon as I seen him, I put my blinker on. There was a car that was in the middle lane. I waited till the car either passed me up or I passed it up, and I got in the center lane. But by this time, it was too late. He already activated his lights. He was pulling me over. I asked him to actually check his dash cam. He said he was going to check his dash cam, but the ticket was, I had to take the ticket and we would talk about it in court.
Hey, Judge.
Yes, Officer Harrington.
I did check the video. I had a video. Would you like to see it?
I don't think it's necessary unless it's going to contradict your testimony or conflict with your testimony.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's cool. I have it pulled up just in case you wanted to see it or somebody wanted to see it, so I'm good with it.
All right, so this is my question though, because I got a little confused. Mr. Warren. So
Yes,
driving southbound on the lodge in the left-hand lane, is that correct?
I was driving, yes. I was all the way in the left-hand lane, the fast lane.
I understand, sir. Just let me ask my question. All right, the officer that was on a traffic stop, what lane of traffic or shoulder was that vehicle?
He was on the right-hand side. He was on the right shoulder. The far right. Yep.
Okay. All right, he was on the far right shoulder. And
Yes.
I take it was a non-cop vehicle in front of that officer's vehicle. Is that correct?
A non-cop vehicle that was on the right-hand side?
Yes. No?
I don't remember. I just remember it was a stop on the right-hand side and that officer had his lights on. So I knew to stay in the left-hand side, to stay away from them.
Stay away at least from that car, but you're not sure if someone was actually there, if they had pulled someone actually over. That's fine.
Oh yeah, I do believe it was a car that he had pulled over.
Right, and that was
I seen the lights activated. I knew it was some type of activity. So I just stayed in the left-hand side.
You stayed in the left-hand side. So now you're driving along the left-hand side and you see another police vehicle, and you say that police vehicle, the bumper was all the way to the retaining wall, and why do you feel you needed to move from the left-hand lane to the middle lane?
So as I'm driving down the 90-degree turn to take you to get onto Jefferson, when I got under that viaduct, and as soon as I got door to door with the car that was parked on the left-hand side that didn't have lights on, I seen him sitting there. And then that's when I put my blinker on because I was going right anyway. And these two vehicles, it's probably important to say this, they probably was maybe 50 feet apart. So the cop car that was on the right-hand side.
You say the two vehicles, you mean the two police vehicles?
Yes. So there was one on the right, one on the left. The one in the right was probably about 50 feet ahead. So I seen that. So I stayed in the left. But as soon as I got under that viaduct, that's when I seen the officer that wrote me a ticket. He was right at the retaining wall. And I explained to him there was no way I could see coming around that bend that he was sitting there. So everybody that actually came through that area would have had to been right in the center lane not to get a ticket by either officer because there was two cars on both shoulders.
All right, Mr. Warren, I understand. That's why the officer was sitting there. I mean, I'm familiar. I'm a lifelong Detroiter. I drive the lodge frequently. I'm very familiar with that viaduct that you're speaking of, and it is hard to see until you get there if an officer is posted there. So I'm pretty sure that's why officers do post there. Officer Harrington, let me just clarify and clarify in terms of your testimony. You said you were stationed behind the officer that made the traffic stop. I'm hearing testimony from Mr. Warren. It sounds like you were on the opposite side of the freeway. Can you just clarify where you were?
Sure. So yes, so I was on the left side of the freeway. I was backed up near the wall. It was an officer that was on the left side that was in front of me on the stop. I was watching that officer. So that's how we get to the left lane. Also, there was an officer on the right side of the freeway, but he was further up a little past the Howard exit. So you had a Howard exit. He was past that,
Yes.
and he had a vehicle pulled over there. My sole purpose, where I was sitting, was for the officer that was on the stop on the left-hand side of the freeway.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What I need. Okay. All right, so it's a lot
Can
clearer.
can I say something?
I didn't ask you a question, Mr. Warren. I'm
Okay.
speaking right now. Why are you trying to interrupt me? I didn't interrupt you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry, man.
Not man. Please, let's give the respect due. I give you respect, sir. I use your name, Mr. Warren.
Yes,
Please
yes.
not reduce this to bro and man and as if we are buddies.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to,
Mr. Warren,
just remember everything.
I understand. That's why I'm asking the question I need to ask. Because there was a conflict in testimony. Now that conflict is cleared up for the court. All right, so it is a lot clearer to me what transpired now in terms of this particular incident. There was multiple police cars that had made stops, or at least two. One on the right-hand side, one on the left-hand side. Officer Harrington was positioned his vehicle to protect or observe the one on the left-hand side. And hopefully, while a person is driving in the lodge, they will see that first car and begin to move over. Sometimes we know, and I did not, let me just, before I state that. So Officer Harrington, let me come back to you. Was there any vehicle to the right of Mr. Warren which would have made it difficult or impossible for him to move over into the middle lane or away from that far left lane to give proper distance? Was there any other vehicles there that would have impeded or made it impossible for him to make that?
There were, once he passed, there were vehicles that were coming up in the middle lane. I mean, depending on how fast, I don't know how fast the other vehicles were going. So I can't sit up here and say, well, he should have been able, I felt like he should have been able to get over once he seen the lights. So the reason for the stop was that he rolled the lane all the way past, and then he got over after the Howard exit. So there were other vehicles coming up in the middle lane, but once I seen them go past, I just, went to do a stop on him.
Officer Harrington, these are the vehicles that's traveling in this middle lane. Would you say, or if you can recall, maybe we will need to watch the video now, that they were going faster, going at the same pace as Mr. Warren? Do you recall?
I don't know. I don't know if they were going faster. They possibly could have been going at the same pace.
Okay. Do you recall if from Mr. Warren and these other vehicles, once they kind of reached your position, did they brake? Sometimes we have a series of people and they all brake, but now they see the officer. Do you recall anything like that occurring?
That I don't know.
All right. Let's see if we can share your screen. I think I have to make you co-host, Officer Harrington. Maybe that'll shed some light on this. I'm gonna make you co-host. So you can share your screen. Are you just gonna show it from a different device?
Yeah.
Okay, let me load that up.
Hold on one second. Let me get it.
Yeah. Well, and yes. Is out It's who?
People in it, the way. All right, so
And,
Right now, just black screen.
yeah, just give me one. Here we go. You see it now?
Okay, yeah, I see multiple videos. I see the screen.
all right.
Now, but I'm looking at, it looks like maybe the CD-ROM or the hard drive. Need to move it up a little so I can see. There we go. All right, so that's the position of your car. And
Right, this me right here.
Yes.
And that's Mr. Warren right there.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Warren just drove past.
And then you can see.
Vehicle. Okay.
type of injury, do I just say minor?
Play it one more
It's
time.
not like,
Go back.
well, yeah, I mean, I'm doing that supervisor crash report, and I mean, I'm sure they're just saying muscular, you know, that he just.
At the vehicle, Officer Harrington, ask you, you can stop it, I've seen it. I have to see the actual traffic stop. That blue car that was in the center lane, do you think that was in enough distance for him to move over? They all seem to be kind of moving fast there. That blue car.
I mean, to me, looking at it, it looked like by him having this blinker on, I felt like, you know, that was enough, you know, space and time for him to move over. I mean, but that's just my thought process on it.
Not a problem. Okay, thanks for showing the video.
No problem.
All right, you can go back. Okay. All right, so.
I think that blue car is going to get him off.
And sometimes the pictures are worth 1,000 words, and obviously it can be subjective sometimes. As a driver, it's difficult sometimes. You want to do the right thing, but in this particular case, obviously, it's pretty clear when there is an emergency vehicle or obviously police engaged traffic stop. Everyone knows you're supposed to move over one lane. That is the law. Now, obviously, you're supposed to move over one lane if it is safe to do so. Mr. Warren was traveling, doesn't look like, or I don't know, he was speeding, and that's not the issue here because speeding was not the ticket. He was going at a rate of speed where he did pass the first officer. There was a blinker on, but I immediately, well, within seconds, I see another second car, which is a blue car in the middle lane. And I'm not sure if that was enough time, would have been enough time for him to try to move. He could have maybe slowed down because there was no cars behind him. Mr. Warren could have possibly slowed down to let the blue car and then another car go past him. Possibly, but I think under this situation, I'm going to have to rule for Mr. Warren. I think that he was going at a rate of speed that if he had tried to go over, that would have immediately had that blue car slamming on his brakes. I just did not see it.
I think that's the right call.
For this court's eyes and this court's opinion. So in this particular case, I am going to rule for Officer Warren, and this matter will be, I find him not responsible for failing to yield to a stationary emergency vehicle. Thank you, Officer Harrington, and thank you, Mr. Warren.
All right, for sure.
Harrington, did you have any other
Thank you.
matters?
Is there anything else I need to do?
You can log off, sir.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Officer Harrington, do you have any other
Hey, he
matters?
won. Congrats.
If not, you're free as well to leave.
Well, Officer Harrington was mad. He left already.
Okay, let's move on to Randall Williams IV. Are you in the courtroom?
Where you at, Randall? Is Miracle sleeping?
Okay. You were given a ticket for speeding 16 to 20 miles over your officer is recommending blockading traffic, which is a, let's see, is blockading a misdemeanor or a civil infraction? Civil, okay, blockading, civil infraction, fines and costs $175, 0 points, 30 days to pay. What do you want to do, sir?
There's 0 points, right?
I did say that, yes.
Okay, I'll just take it. It's no problem. I'll plead to that.
Are you pleading because you were speeding, sir?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Go ahead, put your hand down. This is ticket number SP 1416943, people of the state of Michigan versus Randall Eugene Williams. Report. Mr. Williams, on December 19, 2022, at approximately 7:17 p.m., we're driving in the city of Detroit.
Yes.
And stopped by a city of Detroit police officer.
Yes.
And were you speeding over the posted speed limit?
Yes.
I find that your testimony is freely and voluntarily given based on the recommendation. I'm going to release the speeding ticket from speeding to blockading traffic, 0 points, fines cost $175, 30 days to pay. Did you have to post a bond to get this court date?
No.
You're all set, sir. Have a good day. Next person I'm looking for, let's see, is Carlton Friley. Okay, let me bring Friley back. Everyone pack your patience. Sometimes if you're the last person or the group of last people, that means there was no more officers. So the case is being dismissed. I just need you to pack your patience. We had over 90 cases today. I'm moving as fast as possible. Okay, Carlton Friley. Carlton Friley.
Hello?
Carlton Friley.
Hello? Yes.
Can you hear the court, Mr. Friley?
Yes.
All right, you were given a ticket for speeding, sir, 16 to 20 miles over. Your officer is recommending blockading traffic. 0 points, fines and costs of $175, 30 days to pay. Do you want to accept that offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Put your hand down, Mr. Friley. On November 21st, 2022, at approximately 3:05 p.m., Mr. Friley, were you driving in the city of Detroit?
Yes, sir.
And were you driving over the posted speed limit, speeding?
Yes, sir.
Given a ticket by a city of Detroit police officer?
Yes, sir.
I find that your testimony is freely and voluntarily given based on the recommendation. Going to amend the ticket to blockading traffic.
Okay.
Fines are $175, 30 days to pay.
Okay.
Fine to get this court date?
You said what, sir? I didn't hear what you said.
Did you have to put up any money to get this court date?
No.
You're all set, sir. I'll do that.
Oh, yes, sir, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I had to put money up to get the court date.
How much was your bond?
I guess the cost of the ticket.
All right. If it covers the cost of the ticket, the $175, then there will be no more money to pay. If not, sir, then you still will either have to pay some money, pay the balance, okay?
Okay, sir. My thing is, am I able to get the points removed off my license?
Sir, there's 0 points with this plea. I don't know if you have any other points in any other tickets. I can just speak to this ticket.
No, I don't have any more points, but I received a letter from the state of Michigan stating I had gotten 4 points, I guess, on my license because of that infraction.
Then you need to take it up with them. But now it's, the infraction is blockading, which comes with 0 points. Fines and costs $175. Make sure you pay within 30 days. Apply the bond.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day. You're all set.
Thank you.
Officer Croxton, you have any other matters before this court? Let's see who we have. Jerome Simpson.
Less than 5 minutes.
Jerome Simpson.
Oh, he said I don't.
Carlton Proudly, Carl said you can log on. Jerome Simpson, I saw you earlier. You were here. Jerome Simpson. You're right there, sir. Speak up. Jerome Simpson, I'm trying to call your case, sir. You're unmuted. I see your device. You have two pictures behind you. Jerome Simpson, speak up, sir. State your name. I'm gonna have to move on to somebody else, Mr. Simpson, if you do not have your audio. Turn your volume up on your audio. Have you checked in, Ms. Nash? I know you've been waiting for hours. Have you checked in, Ms. Nash? Just wanted to let you know, Emily Nash has checked in. All right, Jerome Simpson, I need you to speak so that the court can call your case, sir. Otherwise, I have to move on. All right, Mr. Simpson, when you get it together, let the court know. Okay, I'm looking for June Lan, I believe it is. Junlan. Junlan. June Lan. June Lan. Lunjun.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, great. You're given a ticket for speeding 16 to 20 miles over. Also, you're on two devices. Please hang up the other device.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Okay, Junlan, given the ticket speeding 16 to 20 miles over, impeding traffic is your recommendation from your office, Mr. Turner. 0-point offense, fines that cost $1 to $75, 30 days to pay. What do you want to do, Mr. Lan?
I paid 0.175.
Yes. You want to
Okay.
accept that? Raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Go ahead, put your hand down. Ticket number SP 414869, people of the state of Michigan. Mr. Lan, on December 13th, 2022 at approximately 8:57 p.m., were you driving in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And were you driving over the posted speed limit speeding?
I can't hear you, Your Honor.
Were you speeding, sir? Speeding. Were you speeding over?
Yeah, I got out from I got out from Detroit. I just get on the freeway. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just yes or no if you were speeding. All right. So yes, you were speeding?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, thank you. Given a ticket by a city of Detroit police officer?
By Detroit, not before. That's the only one I have.
Yes, Detroit police officer.
Yes.
Do you remember?
I can't hear you. I cannot. Yeah.
You were given a ticket by a Detroit police officer.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Thank you. I find that your testimony is freely, voluntarily given. Based upon the recommendation, I'm going to reduce your ticket to impeding traffic. That's 0 points to your driving record. Fines and costs $175, 30 days to pay.
Thank you.
If you post a bond or put up any money to get this court date.
I'm gonna pay the fine.
Thank you very much. Make sure you do pay within 30 days. If there's nothing further, you're all set, sir.
Yes, but I have a question. Where do I pay?
36districtcourt.org online or the courthouse. Come on the first floor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Okay, I'm looking for Norman Jundy. Norman Jundy.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You were given a ticket for speeding 6 to 10 over. Your trooper is recommending impeding traffic. 0 points, 175, 30 days to pay. What do you want to do, sir?
I accept, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead and put your hand down. Mr. Jundy, on this ticket number SX 4162950. People of the state of Michigan versus Norman Jandy. Mr. Jandy, on January 2nd, 2023, at approximately 12:05 a.m., we're driving in the city of Detroit,
Yes, Your Honor.
driving over the posted speed limit speeding.
Yes, Your Honor.
Stop by a Michigan State Trooper and give him the ticket for speeding.
Yes, Your Honor.
Find that your testimony is freely and voluntarily given based upon the recommendation. I'm going to amend this ticket from ticket to impeding traffic. Has 0 points to your driving record, fines and costs $175, 30 days to pay. Did you post a bond and get this court date?
No, Your Honor.
You're all set, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.
All right, guys, it's been an hour, so this is part 2. We're going to do part 3. I mean, this judge is kind of boring, but I don't know. We'll finish it. Maybe it'll get more exciting. And so, all right, guys. Check out part 3 coming up tomorrow. Talk to y'all later.